we begin with a toothbrush, and this isn't for teeth. Avri's teeth are beautiful and white, right? This is for manufacturing edges.
You think that black women have the most attitude?
Yes, being an independent woman who don't need no man, like, you know.
Wait, did I get? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna be talking about me. Simas is gonna be talking about me and what he has learned so far from having a black wife, or having plenty black girlfriends, or dating
but
black
only
women.
one black wife.
But only one black wife, but
and only one wife ever, actually.
Right, and dating a black woman before I became your wife. So, before we get into the video, we would like to oblige you guys to hit the subscribe button and make sure you leave us a comment down below if you can relate. Of course, this is not gonna go for every single black woman out there. And also, give the video a thumbs up, because when you like the videos, it helps to push our content further and people can enjoy it just like you can. So, without further ado, let's get into this semi-roasting session. Sorry. Alright, so it is Black History Month, and I mean, we thought it would be a great idea to just do a video that highlights a lot of my blackness because it is Black History Month.
There's a lot of things I've learned. There's a lot of frustrating things I've learned. There's a lot of things I really appreciate. So we're gonna touch on some of those and kind of like laugh about it and kind of like what's it called?
You're gonna roast me?
Roast a little bit. Today you're on the hot chair, so we're gonna be talking about you. And because you mentioned Cicely Tyson, I think the number one thing that you did mention about her, not only that she was a great actress, but her hair.
Yeah.
Okay. So since we're talking about hair,
Okay.
we're gonna be talking about black hair.
Okay.
We're gonna be talking about 4C curls.
Oh, you
that
know.
kind of hair.
You know the type of curls I have.
We're gonna be talking about protective styles.
Oh, wow.
We're gonna be talking about a whole bunch of stuff that a regular white person would have absolutely no clue about, because they can't. Like my grandma and my mom and a lot of other people just don't understand the kind of struggles you deal with. My mom, when she wakes up in the morning and she says like, oh my god, my hair looks like a mess, she goes to the shower, she washes her hair, combs it out, and she's done.
And that's it.
And that's it. And she goes on with her day. Sometimes she has to blow dry it. Of course, there's other struggles. With you, where do we begin? We begin with a toothbrush.
Wait, I didn't know that you put that there.
We begin with a toothbrush, and this isn't for teeth. Avri's teeth are beautiful and white, right? This is for manufacturing edges. This is for manufacturing all kinds of edges with Gorilla Glue. I don't know what happened to the Gorilla Glue.
It's never there.
Oh,
it's not just Gorilla Glue that I use.
okay. So this is just like a drop in the ocean of Avri's hair closet, right? So this is actually not Gorilla Glue. This is Gorilla Snot Gel. So a Gorilla one like, and then, so yeah. So,
but aren't my edges looking crisp though? Aren't they looking crisp? I don't even do this every day though.
You don't, but when you present yourself, you always say that you have a standard to like uphold. Sometimes you just can't bother, but like when you actually want to go all out, hair is a huge deal. And it's been kind of a tense topic in our relationship, not for the fact that I can't appreciate her hair, but the fact that it takes that much effort to take care of the hair.
Yeah,
right?
it'll literally take me a whole day.
No, it would take you a whole week when you're doing it, right? So we always talk about being financially independent and like cutting out expenses. So one thing that we have cut out is a hairdresser.
Yeah.
For as much as possible, right? So for the last few years, you've been doing hair on your own.
Yeah.
You went from not knowing anything about natural hair because your mom always permed it.
Yeah, I always had permed hair ever since I was small and growing up. And then when I was like 25,
No, you're 25 now.
24, I don't know my age.
Like 22,
but I was like
I think.
20, no, it was in 2019. I cut off my hair and just went natural.
January 1st, I remember.
Yeah, I went natural, and I had to learn everything about natural hair because I never had like natural 4C hair. It was always permed. So that was like a journey, and Simas has been on that journey with me.
Yeah, so as a white guy, when I take a shower, I have to wash my hair when I take a shower. And for white people, our hair just gets like greasy if you don't wash it, which is kind of the opposite for you. Because you're wondering, you put all this grease in there and this moisturizing stuff.
And then when I wake up, it's gone.
And you're like, what happened to it? What happens to the grease in my hair? So these are just a few things that you use. A shea butter.
Cantu moisturizer.
Anti-breakage leave-in.
This is from Cream of Nature.
Jamaican black castor oil to strengthen your hair. I don't even know what this concoction is. I just picked it up on my
That's condition and water in a bottle.
Yeah, and then jojoba oil.
That's just half of the things I use in my hair.
So there's also avocado masks. There's also, you put egg in there before.
Yeah, bad idea.
Basically, overall, I went from not knowing any of this, right? It's just, to a regular person, it's just hair. But now we're like, all right, like, let me do your wash and go. Let me do your, like...
You don't do it. You help me to do my
Yeah,
washing.
I help you to do it, right?
Yes.
I've tried to do some Bantu knots in your hair a long time ago.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That was a disaster. And then we reversed it and you gave me braids that you would do to yourself.
I gave you dreads.
The dreads, right. And we went out in public. I went to my basketball game wearing them, and it's like cross-cultural appreciation of hair. So hair, it seems so simple because it just grows, but I think it's so much more to it when it comes to like understanding and appreciating the other side. Not to mention the frustrations of when I drove you to the hair salon, well, to your hairdresser. When we lived in the Bronx, we drove all the way to Jersey, like Newark, not Newark, Bloomfield, I think. And she's like, yeah, she usually does my hair in like 3 hours. I'm like, all right, let me go to the gym. I'll like lift for like an hour, play on my phone for like another hour or so.
Yeah.
6 hours later, I'm done, yo. I was about to just leave, tell her like, I don't care.
But you're such a good husband for staying though.
First and last time I'm doing this.
After that, I started doing my own hair because my hairdresser moved to Costa Rica to start a cult. So, like, that's another story for another day.
Besides the point, yeah, besides the point. Next thing that women I know like to do is to keep their skin moisturized and crisp and clean and blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
But then there's some people that basically eat their lotion, all right? This is somebody that moisturizes her feet like no tomorrow, right? So,
only like 2 times a day.
Now, I thought my mom was like kind of crazy for like buying all these kind of like little creams, anti-wrinkling gels and blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, mom, why do you even need this? I didn't even have a bottle of lotion till I don't know how old I was.
And you see how your feet look.
Yeah, but I still don't have a bottle of lotion because I don't care.
Listen, as a black person, I get ashy, alright?
I get ashy in the winter too, but it's like...
But my ash shows. Your ash is white ash on white skin. My ash is black ash. I mean... my ash is white ash on black skin, alright? It's not cool. So, I got a lotion. I use baby oil sometimes. I don't know where that is.
Oh, I know where it is. Where? Your dad was using it in Jamaica after going into the waterfall.
So you see where I got it from. I don't know. I like the lotion because I like to believe I have dry skin, so I have to moisturize my skin.
But would you eat this, like, it looks like you eat this with a spoon, like, and then I'll see her, like, all day. And then we go to my parents' house, it's like, Esmeralda, do you have some lotion? And then we go to George's house, Mommy, you have lotion? And then we get out of the waterfall in Portland, it's like, oh, Daddy, why you put on your skin? Oh, baby oil, let me get some. Always.
Sis, I have to lotion. All right, can you guys relate that you have to lotion? If you're black and you're watching this. I mean, I know that white people lotion too, but you don't really see the ash on you guys like how you see it on us. So I got a lotion.
Look at his elbow. Right, so another thing that is a little bit, I don't want to say different because I don't have that much experience, but this one, there is no gray area. Or whenever we're discussing anything or trying to come up with a compromise, almost every time you're like, eh? Or eh? And there's no room for like, also there's no room for BS with you, right?
None.
You're straight to the point.
Guess why? I don't have time for that.
Right.
Honestly, who does? I can't.
Maybe some people do. Maybe some people are more like on the flexible side, but you're not a very flexible person. No. With some things you are. I gotta give it to you. You have become a lot more flexible over the time and more open-minded, because I think open-mindedness is a must for a relationship like ours. But when it comes to accepting like anything that's like subpar or like not up to your standards, you're ready to rip somebody's head off. And I think that I don't want to say this is like a black woman thing, because I feel like a lot of women are like that, and men too. This maybe more of a personality thing.
Yeah.
But I think the stereotype is kind of there that black women are just like even the movie we were watching, like, listen, I have a black mom, all right? I can't do this, you know? So I think it's like, it's a big difference when it comes to like the level of
tolerance,
strictness and tolerance.
Yeah.
My mom is also like kind of like that, but it's very different. Like I see how your mom acts with you and how my mom is with me. My mom is more like, she wants to be more like a friend and like a partner in like making a decision. While with your mom, it's like, listen, I'm your mom, I'm making this decision
it's like
for you.
authoritarian.
Yeah, she's like...
Compared to other races that you've dated, do you think that black women have the most attitude?
Yes.
Yeah?
On the hair day especially.
But compared to your like mom per se, do you think like my attitude is like on 10 and hers is on like 5?
No, my mom is an exception, alright? My mom has a fuse that's about this big. And if you just like, if you look at her the wrong way,
no, if Rimsha looks at her,
yeah, she can't.
If your dad, yeah.
Yeah, but attitude overall, I mean, it depends. I think it really depends on where you come from and your attitude, and I can't really like go into too much detail about that. But I think there's definitely some attitudinal problems for quite a few women out there. So this topic leads us to the next one, which is being an independent woman who don't need no man. Like, you know?
Wait, did I again?
So
wait, do it again, because seriously, I do not do that.
I know you don't, but listen.
What is this?
Listen.
Can you do it one more time?
Come here. Listen. When it comes to like,
I'm weak.
I think a lot of like what learning from like being with you and like hearing how your mom talks and like women in your family, there is a lot of pride that women take. Like if they have a relationship with a man and it doesn't work out, they're going for it, right? They're gonna be like, all right, I don't need a man, I got this on my own.
Yeah.
And independent women, I feel like is kind of ingrained into some parts of your culture because I guess the family dynamics are just a little bit different.
There's a lot of single moms in Jamaica.
We do have them in Lithuania too. I'm not saying like we're immune to them. I know 2 of them in my family alone. That's my mom's sister and my grandma. They both are kind of the same. 1 woman, 2 kids each, you know, and then they kind of just like took on this task of like raising their kids on their own, right? And they did a great job. So I'm not saying it's like a black versus white thing, but from like seeing it, there's a lot of that. Like just your family alone, there's a lot, and then the women don't care. They're just like,
we just have to do it.
You do it, and then you're like, if you need to like build this bench or something, you're gonna take a hammer and some nails and just knock it out because there's no man to do it for you.
Yep.
I
think. Can I say?
Yeah, of course.
I think that inherently, black women just have to be strong because we pretty much have to defend ourselves every step of the way. And that is what has forced us and people like my mom and whatever to be so strong, because I'm not saying that it doesn't happen to other races, but I feel like we have to consistently be defending ourselves because the people that should be standing up for us, oftentimes they're not. So we ended up having to do it ourselves.
So you're like born to fight, you're ready, like?
Yeah, I mean, you have to be ready or else you're gonna just roll over and die.
Yeah. So that is something that I think there's a big problem that you have to actually feel that way, and you have to actually like, you were born and then you're like thrown into a sort of like you're not given a fair chance from the start, right? So I think that obviously that gives you a lot of motivation and fight, but then when you do fight for it, do you actually get what you're fighting for?
Yeah.
If you have made it this far in the video, and if you are actually a consistent subscriber and somebody who watches our videos, chances are you probably seen me dance, right? And chances are you probably
insert dance video.
chances are you probably seen it. And this, I didn't, like, I had no confidence and I had no skills and I still don't, right?
You have though. Guys, do you think Simas' dancing skills have improved since I've been teaching him?
Have they improved? Yes. Do they exist?
Simas, right now your waistline is on like 10.
Like grease up?
Well greased.
Like the water pipe, a bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead though, I don't want to interrupt you anymore.
So anyway, so if I wasn't with a black person, especially a Jamaican one, I don't think that I would have had that much confidence to actually go for it, right? And it's not just about confidence, it's just like, all right, let's just have some fun, you know. But like, especially us Lithuanians, we're like cold, and then the dancing is like
colder.
I don't even know what you want to call it. Like the dance hall scene is just insanity, right? I don't want anything to do with that unless we're making a video at home. But you have like random dance parties over there in the kitchen, like frying plantains and like shaking your hips and like.
No.
Yeah, exactly. Right? So then you'll make up some beat in your head, or just hear some song, or there's always some like crazy new artist like wave that you're picking up on.
Even when I'm like going to work, like getting ready for work, I'm dancing and
pumping.
doing what I have to be doing, you know, which makes me eventually late. But
yeah, but that's a more Jamaican problem, I think. But anyway, so music and dancing is very different from like a typical like European white culture to like a black, especially Jamaican culture, and I think you guys definitely have us beat. And I wish we were more like you guys to like be more loose, but that's just how it is. But
so you have a crazy wife that likes to dance.
Well, it's crazy for a white person, but like, are you crazy for being who you are? I don't think so. There's a stereotype that white people don't season their food. My parents season their food. Thank you very much. My parents make really good food.
Yeah, they do season it, but sometimes, you know, it could be more seasoned.
Yes, it could sometimes be more seasoned, and it's applied to different tastes of like where you're from and like the climate usually, right?
Yeah.
So since I've been with you, I've been exposed to a very different like cuisine than what my mom makes, obviously, right? Just like how you've been exposed to other stuff.
Right.
For
sure.
So I'm not knocking anybody down because I really like my parents' food and I really like your mom's food.
Mm-hmm. But do I use more seasoning than your mom?
But your food is generally more spicy. You know, you guys use more like sauces and just kind of like it's a wider range of flavor. Well, you guys also did the same thing, but it's still very different. Like your mom's approach to cooking versus my mom's. I can't say one is better than the other. I could just say I appreciate the chance that I get to eat both. Especially when we go to both parents' houses on the same weekend, then it's like,
I think you can't really like say one is better than the other because I feel like they're incomparable.
Yeah, they're not.
Like it's like I would never make the things that your mom made if I didn't know her, you know? So I don't think you can compare the two. I think that's going to be it for the video. Unless you have any other thing to say.
I could talk all day, but I'm not trying to bore people out here, you know? So it's like, but overall, let me just say something that without all this shade, right, and removing that you've been a blessing in my life every day.
Oh, I'm glad.
And I'm saying this because when you rewatch the video, you might catch some attitude and
I'm not gonna catch no attitude.
Yeah, but I think that we have a good relationship overall.
Of course.
And our goal is to continue to spread positive vibes, good vibes, you don't know. And have you guys learn more and more about like different kinds of relationships and like, why can't we, for example, just move to a particular part of the world and live there?
Right.
Or the country or whatever, you know? And then a lot of it has to do with the way we look. It's just how we are. And then also our mutual intolerance for BS.
Yeah, if you're also in an interracial relationship and you can relate to what Simas had to say about dating a black woman, please let us know if you're a white guy that dates a black woman or if you're a black, other way around, or even if you're in another kind of relationship.
It's not even just like interracial, it's like anytime two different cultures mix. You can be two different black people or white people from like different countries and it's like a clash, you know?
True, that's true.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's it for the video. Hopefully people don't get offended by talking race, but I don't know.
No, this is like, it's impossible not to talk about it because it's literally what we live and people ask us questions about it all the time.
Yep.
So it's like, why can't you guys just ignore race? Can't do it, sorry. Till you guys ignore it, we won't ignore it.
Right.
So.
Anyways, we'll catch you in another video. Hopefully you like this one and don't forget to smash the like button.